Greetings, my fellow warriors. So, I want to talk today about the value of the share and what is the possible price of the share. So, I want to take objectively a positive view and to talk about what can be done with Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac share. So, we all know that value of the company is at, let's say, like around $1 trillion. We have 10 billion shares. That means like $100 per share. That is easily. So that is the price that should be as it is. That is by the value of the company, number of the shares. In case that we look at the dividend, historically Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac had dividend of $2-3 per share. Now with $17 billion, we can expect around $2 in case that yield is 2%. We can expect. So if the yield is 2%, the $2 per share, that means that price of the share is $100. That is the other way. The third option is using the P/E ratio, and in case that we have $30 billion of the $30 billion of profit, what is like conservative, with $30 billion, we have 10 billion shares. That is $3 multiplied with P/E ratio of 18, 3 times 18, 540 billion divided with 10, it is 5860. So it depends how do you calculate, but we are from 50 to $100 easily. That is with current situation where the income and net profit is suppressed. So in the future we'll see that because of these mortgage-backed securities, company will have another additional 6 or let's say 5 or 6 billion dollars extra profit that will increase also the price of the share. So, but I want to say what is possible and hopefully probable, that a company when it's uplisted, that instead of paying the dividends, that company do the buybacks. Why the buybacks are better? Because value that company created and is reinvested in buybacks will permanently stay in the company compared to the dividends that if the company buy the dividends, the money goes away. And it comes to shareholders. Don't get me wrong, it looks nice, but buying back the dividends is much better. This is why. And for you as an investor, so if they do buyback dividends, number one, the company will grow more than to do the buyback of the shares. The company will grow more, and the company, the value of the share will grow more than they do the buyback dividends. Second, if you do the buyback dividends, you will receive the money that you need to pay the capital gain. So that will be also offset. With the buyback shares, your shares will grow, but you don't need to sell them. You can take loan against the shares, so you don't pay the capital gain, and you will be more to say you will make more money if they do the buyback shares. But also, if they do the buyback shares, the company price of the share can skyrocket. The same as did with Berkshire Hathaway. What they have done, they didn't pay the dividends. They just done the buyback shares, and that company, it is not bad company. Don't get me wrong, but it is not $700,000 share company because they don't make that money. That is like, but $700,000 share is not because of the dividends. It's not because of the good company. It is because of the buyback shares. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac can do the same. Pulte can do the same. But why is that important? If they have the government have 80% So we have 20%. They have 80% of the shares. And it is uplisted. Just for fun, in Davos, they sell 5%. They uplist. They sell 5%. They pull out $30 billion. So they have still 75%, 7.5 billion shares. I took Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac combined. And they start the buyback. Consider the company has $17 billion profit. They can easily do buyback in the value of $1 billion per month. What will happen with the price if the company do $1 billion per month buyback for, let's say, 2 years, as long as the Trump is on the power? I presume the price of the share will go 10,000. Why it will go 10,000? First, a lot of people will not sell. The demand will be bigger. They will pull out the money. The supply is short, so the government is not selling. We are not selling. Some people will sell, but most of the people, when they see the loan against the shares, they will not sell. So they will hold their position. The government come and do the buyback, and it will skyrocket the price at $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000. I talk about $1 billion buyback per month. So it can push the price at that level. And let's say like 2 years down the road, the price is 10,000. Then, at that point of time, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac enter on S&P 500. So the funds must buy the ETFs, must buy the Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. At that point, when they must buy and fill in the funds, then the government, they can continue buybacking the shares. But the government, they can sell out of those 75% and sell up to a 40%, up to a 30%. But they will sell on the price when the price is 10,000. And you and I, you can sell at that point, or you can sell never. Especially if we know that they will do the buyback, let's say, into infinity, or as long as the Pulte is in the power and he decided to go with buyback shares. And you, if you need money, if I need the money, sell calls, or do a loan against the shares, if you need bigger chunk of the money, but leave the shares on, and they're locked. And all the money that government sold, that will not sell to, like Dragan Nikolic, it will not sell to the John Malkovich, whatever is the name. It will sell to institution who will hold it forever. So that means that supply will be limited. And no matter how much they sell, the number of shares matter only in case of dividends. The amount of the buyback, you can have the dividend of $500 or $1, it will affect the price of the share. If the dividend is zero, only what is important for the price of the share is supply and demand. And with decreasing with limited supply, you decrease the demand, and it goes skyrocket. So that's why it is very possible that Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac reach $10,000 per share. But if the government sold 5% for $30 billion, leave it for a year, and then when they reach $10,000 and the funds start to buy it, they take and sell another 25%, 30% on a 10,000. And they will sell, they can sell for a few $1 trillion. So that can be nice. And you and I will just wait. And if you said calls, even selling puts, puts on a sample of price, you know that it will not go, and those who are shorting the seller, they will have to buy it in order to cover the shorts. So you can sell the puts, you can sell the buys. And if you need some bigger money in a 6 months, they will become marginable. When they become and they season, you can take loan against the shares. Take like 60, I think it's around, it depends from the bank to the bank, but let's say it's 70% from your, and not to pay the capital gain, and take the money out. On that money you took the loan against the shares, you pay 6%, but you know the company will grow and the stock will grow more than 6%, so you're good. Stay well, my friends.